This quick video is just to make sure if you did not know what interval notation was, that you are familiar with it. So interval notation is a method to show intervals that are true. It takes the place of the classic less than, greater than, less than or equal to, greater than or equal to symbols. So in the past, you may have seen something that would say like x is greater than 4. In interval notation, we actually work with that by looking at where does the interval start and where does the interval end. So the interval here would start at 4 and it would end at infinity because it never ends. So notice that in this notation we are using a parenthesis, and parentheses go along with strict inequality. So in interval notation, the less than and the greater than sign are replaced by using parentheses. So the less than or greater than sign are replaced with parentheses. If you have or equal to, then the or equal to idea is replaced with a bracket. And the interval is listed by what values are included. So let's look at 3 examples, and you've got this in your notes. So let's look at a few examples of how to write different things in this new notation. So we already looked at one kind of like this, but we look and say, all right, x greater than 7. So x has values bigger than 7. There is no upper bound on what x can equal. X goes back to 7, and x cannot equal 7 because there is no or equal to there. If you had, say, x less than or equal to 4, now you have no lower bound, so you would go from negative infinity, and notice I always use parentheses when dealing with infinity, up to 4, and now I'm going to include the 4 as part of my answer. You can have problems that have a combination of parentheses and brackets in it. If your x value is sandwiched in between 2 numbers, and one of those numbers is included and the other one is not, the interval would, all right, so with -1, we start at -1 using a parenthesis because we do not include the -1, and then we go up to 4, but we do want to include 4, so we would use a bracket on the 4. So that's the basics of interval notation. There's really not much more to it. If you need some additional help with it, please let me know. When you are recording answers, you will be asked to do those in interval notation. So please let me know.